one of the things we do in Roots of Empathy is we do an emotion barometer where the children they vote basically whether they're feeling great, not so great, or middle. And it's interesting to see that the children really will say how they're feeling in this way. It's like voting, and we really work on this idea of participatory democracy, that the classroom really is a microcosm of the broader society, so let's have the children be citizens. You really become a citizen when you care. So the children are saying where their vote lies, and then we look at the whole list and ask the children what they observed about the people in their class. Now, nobody's particularly noticed who's voted what, and they're astounded, always. If they were one of the children who weren't really feeling too happy that day, they're amazed that there are other people who aren't happy. Because there's such isolation in our negative feelings. It's easy to be happy together, but it's hard for a child to talk about being lonely. It's very hard for a child to talk about being scared. So we deal with all of these things through the little baby, and it makes it understandable for the children, and they do find one another in this. We have, I think, remarkable babies everywhere. The babies have something that we don't know quite what it is. It might be oxytocin they get going in the soup. But we had, for example, one little baby that I was in the classroom out in one of our western provinces in Canada. And the baby had been crawling backwards. So, as they often do when they start. And because they didn't have a rug on the floor, the children were all holding on to the green blanket to give the baby good traction for crawling. They were all very invested in this. They were all holding on to the green blanket, almost symbolically, but there was one little boy who had his hands in his pocket. And it was just noticeable because they were all holding on. It was sweet. It was like a game. And interrogating the parents again, has the baby crawled forwards yet? And in this case, it was a mom and a dad there, and the dad said, not yet. And that's what we coach all the parents to say. It's either yes or not yet. The idea is we're all a work in progress. If you don't know your times tables, it's just not yet. Don't be so hard on yourself. So anyhow, the babies have a sense of performance, I think. Very often you get the first flip, you get the first crawl, you get the first stand, you get the first walk on the green blanket. So they know they have an audience. So this little baby, and the dad put him down, crawled straight ahead. And of course the cheers and everything, they let go of the blanket to cheer, and then they had to collect the blanket up again because it was bunching. So they were all hoping the baby will crawl to me, the baby will crawl to me. And the baby crawled straight to the little boy with his hands in his pocket. So I was amazed, I didn't know the class. And the baby came and put his hands on the little boy's knees and looked up in the most adoring fashion. And every face around that blanket was looking lovingly at the baby, not jealously, almost as if they were happy that the baby went to this little boy. So I didn't understand why the little boy didn't just hug the baby. The baby was asking to be held. And finally, he took his hands out and held the baby. And he had one thumb in the wrong place, and his other fingers were webbed. That baby had a sense that the little boy needed this connection. And the children, there was a little pause, and all the children then applauded. So there is something about our babies that they connect emotionally on a level that we maybe don't understand yet. But in terms of being teachers as emotional literacy, we call them our tiny teachers.